What's happening at FHS? Dave Bott coming at you from the Cayman Islands, the beautiful Cayman Islands, the land of no snow, no taxes, and where chickens pick through your trash just like raccoons do. Anyways, we're here to celebrate 15 years of Flyer News, guys. That's a long time. And I should know, I was part of the original broadcast team back in the year 1997. That magical time when Ken had hair. I looked more like an awkward 12-year-old crossbred with an awkward 12-year-old. And Devlin looked a lot more like Zach Morris than Zach Wild. And if you don't know my reference, you've got phones, Google it. And you know, we also connected through the internet using our phones, but we also had a home computer and a landline as well. But anyways, we did do our first broadcast back in November of 1997. It was a great time, and I can honestly say that I was pegged as the first director, and I really didn't want to do it, quite honestly. Devlin had made me do it, actually. I took the class mainly to sleep and get some homework done, and it was because of Devlin's passion for television and passion for teaching and his ability to connect with basically every single student in the class that really got me interested in television, and I went from being forced to direct it to assuming multiple roles with Flyer News. So, I did a lot of directing. I also did a lot of editing, a lot of putting some packages together for the show and also for other broadcasts. And I also did a lot of work in front of the camera, which was a huge step for me because, believe it or not, some of you have had me as a substitute teacher, so you kind of know, and I tend to like to joke around a lot. I was very shy and very awkward while I was in high school. So, Flyer News is also a big place where I sort of started to open up. And a lot of that was, again, the way Devlin really respected us all as individuals and allowed us all to be ourselves. And that's something that you don't see and you really can't see in a lot of classrooms throughout any high school, really. So seeing his confidence in me really brought out my personality. And I know that it helped me go from the really awkward and shy student to the one that he was kind of afraid to put in front of the camera because he didn't know what I was going to say. Kind of like I don't know what I'm going to say right now. I'm just kind of winging it. But it really inspired me to come out of my shell and to pursue television in college. Some of you may know that both Ken and I went to Framingham State together. We actually did majored in television and did our senior documentary all about Devlin. So ask him about it. He can probably show you. But after that, I did, worked a couple of gigs through CBS Sports and also with the WWE, and also did some shooting with a reality show. But now I'm here in the Caymans. I work full-time as a swim coach, and while coaching and television you could probably say are pretty different, there's a lot of similarities as well in the sense that coaching an athlete and coaching a practice in a team is a lot like directing a live broadcast in the sense that you go there with a script and a plan and an idea, and no matter how good that idea is, no matter how much time you spent on it, things change once those cameras go on and you go live, or once that workout starts. There are so many variables you have to be ready for, and you have to be ready to move quickly with them. And my experience in television really helped me to better deal with that as a coach. And as I alluded to before, a lot of my style, for those that have had me as a substitute teacher or even as a coach, a lot of my style and a lot of it is based on what I watched Devlin do with his classes, with us. Again, he made such a connection with everybody. It made everybody feel welcome and special and, included that, it's something I emulate as a coach. I aim to make everybody feel confident about what they do. What teacher do you know gives you a mixtape of 80s metal before you go to college? And by the way, you guys are kind of young. Tapes are those little cassette things. I don't know if you guys know what they are. I'm probably dating myself. Again, Google it if you need to look it up. But I'm just here to say happy 15th anniversary Flyer News. I sit back now as a proud alumnus every time I see the Emmy Awards that are won or the broadcasts that are put on the local channel, which I can't really see now because I'm in the Caymans. But I see all these things happening, and while we really didn't get to do a lot of that, we didn't have the capabilities to do that, it makes me very proud to know that we set the foundation for what goes on now. And, I'd say my fondest memory of my time with the television program was basically just being in class, just all the laughs we used to have, and how much fun it was. I mean, again, it went from a class that I really didn't want to go to a class that you couldn't tear me away from. You can probably ask most teachers that I had that are still there. Mr. Antonoli, if you're watching this, you can attest to this. I would spend a lot more time in television than I would spend in any other class. So if you bring your Devlin pass to a teacher and they kind of give you a funny look, chances are that's probably my fault, so I'm very sorry for that. But anyways, again, happy 15th anniversary Flyer News. I'm very proud of what you guys have done. Very excited to see where it's going to go. And just remember, I'm watching you, Flyer News.